On this RV decor and organization, I'm going to show you how I added an extra 7 square foot of counter space in our RV. About a year or so after we bought our camper, I took out the dinette, made this custom desk, and absolutely love this mod, and I will link to that video so that you can watch that if that's something you're interested in. The only thing is it really can only sit 2 people comfortably if people want to eat. Now, we hardly ever eat there. We usually always sit at the couches. But if we wanted to set people there to eat, it would sit 2. Well, now that we have Maddie and she's getting a little older, and we're hoping in the next year or so she's going to go on some trips with us, I wanted to make enough place that maybe she could have her own place to sit and eat. I have been seeing people put these flip down countertops with their bar, and I was like, I want to do that. And then I thought, well, I'm going to film it for y'all so that you can see if this is something that you want to tackle. This was a super easy mod. On the wood, I wanted to match the arch of the countertop. So what I ended up doing to start with, I was measuring and I was going to try to sketch it out. And I started sketching on it, and I thought, you know, that's not going to work. It's just not going to be a smooth arch, and I wanted it to be smooth. Well, then I remembered I had craft paper, so I ran in the house, got a piece of craft paper. I stuck it down with tape onto the island. Then I traced the curve of the island onto the paper, then put that onto my wood. So my arch, originally I was going to do 10 inches, and after I drew it on there, I thought, no, that's too small. So I ended up doing 12 inches on the outside and then drew the arch on, and it put me about 14 inches in the middle. So it's only about 14 inches deep. And I have plenty of room, even if somebody was sitting here. Since we took this out, we have plenty of room to walk here. Now, if the table was here, you would still have a decent amount of room to walk. It's just if somebody was sitting here, you wouldn't probably be able to walk through here. The only thing that I could see, I think I would still do it if I had my table, if you're wanting extra space in your kitchen. This flip down counter was so easy to make. Once I got everything measured and marked out, I took it and took my jigsaw and just cut the arch in it, and then I took my sander and just finished everything off. I beveled all the corners because I didn't want any sharp points or anything that would hurt you. Rounded all of them off, and even rounded the front edge off, so there is no sharp corners. The brackets that I got off of Amazon, and I will link them in the description box below, you can only get 2 in a pack, and I almost thought that I would need 3 for this, but after I put it up, 2 is all I need, so I'm gonna return the other set that I got. But I think this is gonna work great. Now, I may end up getting me some bar stools, but I had got these at Five Below, I guess 2 years ago. They can be a bar stool as well. So I was thinking that I could use this as a bar stool. I don't know, I might end up getting a real bar stool because these are a little low. You could lower this even more, but this is about the same height as my desk, and that's kind of what I went off of. I wanted the board to be 1.5 inches down from here. So then I added to that the thickness of my board, and I made that the height of my bracket. And then I ended up putting the bracket all the way up against the inside, so that way it was off of the edge a little bit. And I did that exactly the same on both brackets, which matches my desk. That's kind of the reason I went with the height that I did. After sitting here, I kind of wish I'd went a little lower, made more of a like table kind of. That's if I'm going with these bar stools. If I had another bar stool, I'm gonna go grab a short bar stool out of the house. All right, so I wanted to give you a fair representation, so I went and got my bar stool out of the craft room, and this is the right height for my bar stool. Those are just so low, and I thought I was going to use those. Now I want to get 2 bar stools for this. Bill's going to kill me. I just ordered these beautiful bar stools for the camper. They are exactly what I needed. They're the exact color that I wanted. They're coming Friday, so they should come before I edit this video, so I will show you what they look like in place. I love my new bar stools. Are they not so pretty? I love how these turned out. And look how good they match the tile above the stove. The only thing that I don't like about the brackets that I use is when I close it down, it does not lock. So it would drive down the road and bounce. And I will insert a video here. I ordered a couple of magnets that I can stick on the cabinet and stick on the back of this that will hold it together while we're driving down the road. I will put a link in the description box, but I got these magnets and you could stack them. And then I got this, and it had it came with 4 flat magnets and 4 pieces of metal. This is 2 pieces of metal here and all 4 of the magnets stacked so that this will touch. So that way this will touch. Let me see if I can get the angle from you here. But it just closes down and then it magnets to it, and that will hold it completely down while we're traveling. But to get it up, you just pull on it. That was a great solution. It took a little bit to figure it out, but that is how it's gonna work. But I absolutely love how this turned out, and this will just give us so much more counter space, and things can go here, because I feel like on our counter, like when I'm cooking, like this space over here, it just piles up. It always has got stuff piled up on there, and now this will give him this space to pile stuff up on instead of my others. Now, the only thing I got left I need to do to this is I do need to polyurethane it, but I can polyurethane it while it's in place. I was gonna do it before I put it up. My polyurethane had dried out. I don't have any, so I've got to go get that. But I wanna put a good coat of polyurethane on this because we will be putting drinks and stuff on it, and I don't want it to mess this up. I got this at TJ Maxx, and it's got like a little place up under here, but I wanted to put a lid on it because when it's pushed here and back out of the way, it'll give us like a little bit more of a space to lay things. We put stuff down in there all the time, but I wanted it to be hidden out of the way, and then that way we've got another space. We can utilize this in so many different places by moving it around. And all I did is I had a scrap piece of wood and I had a couple of hinges, and I made a top for it, and you wouldn't even know that that did not come on there. It looks like it was made for it. I've been getting so many comments that I have been inspiring people to take on crafts and things that they normally wouldn't. We have our email in the description box below, and I would love to see pictures of your projects that y'all have done. That would make me feel so good. I'm glad that I have inspired people to go and tackle things, and I can't wait to see all your projects. Till next time, and like and subscribe.